Hey, what's going on? It's the next day. I am fucking wrecked from yesterday. I don't know how much we drank, but it was a lot. I'm still drinking. But anyway, before all of that, I didn't bring the Camry with me, so I'll kind of give you an afterwards. The Whip's car. Yeah. She was having problems, but she didn't even tell me she was having problems. So what happened was, in the whole gas shortage shit that we had after the hurricane, my car was pretty low and needed gas, and she had gas and happened to be off from work, so I took her car to work. So I mean, you know, I'm going to work and I happen to notice that the heat in the car wasn't working too well, and the temperature gauge was also reading very low, and I didn't quite understand what was happening. And then I put two and two together and realized that there was a check engine light that actually showed up a couple of months ago, or maybe a month ago, whatever it was, and it pointed to a stuck open thermostat, and that's exactly what we had. So I'm going to show you that here. Just have to get everything else situated. So here she be. And also another problem was I noticed that the idle speed was also like way the fuck high, and it just didn't make sense. Even after you'd been driving for miles and miles, it was like way high. And that also was because the engine was staying too cool, and the computer never got the signal that it was warmed up. So anyway, it was fairly simple. This is the lower radiator hose, this big guy here, and it goes into this housing, which is actually plastic, go figure, and goes in. There's just two bolts, you take them right out, thermostat's right in there, pop her in with a new gasket, and it's done, except for the coolant. So the coolant's a problem because it takes the red shit, and it's like special shit and whatever. And we should actually see here, just put my key down, let's see if we actually have to top it off a little bit. No, we're right up to the top. Looks good. Looks fine. So, oops, I gotta put that on right. This was a little bit of a bitch too, for some reason. There we are. Now she's on. And that's it. So, we changed the thermostat, like I said, and now that that's all done, not only does the temperature gauge read properly, but the idle speed is correct now, probably better fuel economy, and the heat is just blasting inside the car. So what I like to do for you is a cold start, because, you know, I'm a big fan. And problem is I don't have anything here, and I just have the camera on the stick, so I have to get like a garbage can or something. So give me a minute, I'll do that. Okay, that's about the best I can do. I always keep them there, by the way. So we're running now. Everything's all back and nice and shit. Well, besides being damn near out of fuel, which is the other problem we're going to fill up, the temperature gauge is just a shade lower than about the highest it would go before the thermostat replacement. It was not climbing at all. And now It certainly is. So we're gonna wait, and I'll come back when we're up to temp here. And the idle is settled down. Before it was idling at about 1,000 RPM and no lower, no matter what you did. So yeah, if you got a bad thermostat, there could most certainly be trouble, and it'll cause all sorts of weird shit. This car, by the way, has approximately 98,000 miles on it. It's about 8,000 overdue for a timing belt. I know that kind, but we just haven't done it. My car has a chain, so I don't have to worry about that really. But anyway, I'll come back in a minute here. And there you go. We're warmed up a few minutes later. So the temperature gauge now reads as high as it's gone since changing the thermostat. I seem to remember it used to read maybe a millimeter lower than that, but I could be crazy. I don't drive it every day, so I don't know. The idle is down to right where it should be, about 750 RPM. If you want to articulate it, maybe it's 760, 770, 775. And when you put her in gear, over there you can see it's down to a little lower than that. You know, and it moves and stuff, you know. It doesn't actually drop the RPM very much on this car, but you can see it. So anyway, that's that. So changing the thermostat took care of all of that, and like I said, the heat is fucking amazing now, and just everything works. So change your thermostat. The whole job ended up costing me $13 including tax. It's $13.01. So no big deal. Cool.